Time to record.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the very first episode of season two.
Yeah.
Uh,
Season two.
the
Here we
truth
go.
runs deep. Y'all, we got a season two.
We do. We're real excited about having season two.
I'm Kalli,
And I'm Terryn. You
and
guys
we
get to
talk
see
about,
us now. Yeah.
yeah.
See us
Okay.
now. If you're on Spotify, you can see us.
Yeah. Awesome.
Ugh.
Okay. And we talk about all things SVU, organized crime, and I guess now occasionally the mothership.
Yeah.
We'll explain why later. Um, and fic writing.
Yep.
So the first episode is obviously going to be dedicated to the
Yeah.
giant 3 hour crossover that happened last night.
Be
Well,
Wednesday when you
depending on
we
what
haven't
you're
watched. I kind of
watching.
lied. I kind of lied. I was gonna make
Thursday.
this a half weekend special. We'll find out.
Thursday.
You might get half of it soon and half of
Yeah.
it Wednesday. You'll find out.
It aired Thursday, September 23rd.
Yeah.
Um, so they divide it into three parts. It was weird how they decided to do it because
Yeah.
usually it goes Mothership, SVU, OC. This time it was OC, SVU, Mothership. SVU stayed in one place and then the other two swapped.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
It didn't really make sense for them to do
no.
that, but I guess I see why they did that because there was more like law at the end, like
Yeah.
than the beginning. But anyway, we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah. Okay. So first part was organized crime.
Yeah.
We
What did I
start
say?
with
Anyway,
a giant like
Ukraine, the war
Ukrainian
in Ukraine.
war zone. Um one of my parents made a comment of like they're really fast at the news because this was literally happening like a few months ago
Yeah.
that Russia was invading Ukraine and it was a war zone and now we got it on SB. So they show this girl and her family basically trying to run and hide from Russian soldiers. I don't even know.
It's not really clear. They didn't really care enough to do that. They probably
Russian
spent a
people
lot of money on that
Russian
scene.
people with guns. Um the girl basically loses her entire family, pretends that she's dead so they don't kill her. And then we transition somehow, like years later. She's in
Kind
New
of
York.
weird. Oh yeah, it is years later. That is weird. I was like,
I
you're
don't know.
right. Yeah, you're
Anyway,
right. You're right.
maybe it's a year, maybe it's not. Anyway, we transition to her in New York and she's on this like fancy yacht boat. And they show her getting like shoved into a counter and run off the boat with her phone in hand. And then we transition to we find out that Donovan has a daughter, which I don't think we knew before. Her name is Lily. She's 15 and she's trying to tell her dad how she wants to either it's high school homeschool or she's going to college and she still wants to homeschool.
That's be high school. She's 15, unless she's
Yeah,
16.
high school. True. How she wants to homeschool from now on because of all the stuff that's been going on. Her school has had 3 lockdown drills in the year, and she's just terrified of things happening. And she mentioned something about like what she's gonna do if like a man with a gun runs into her school, and Donovan is like, "Don't say that. Don't ever say that." And honestly, from a teacher's point of view, you don't want to have your students say that, but unfortunately, until things change, this is the reality that their students are going to have to deal with. And fictional character or not, Lily had every right to be scared. Um, then we see the girl who ran off the boat run past Donovan. Her entire like one side of her face is bleeding. Donovan is like, "Stay here, don't go anywhere." He follows the girl, and she runs out into the street and accidentally gets hit by a car. The woman is like freaking out. She's like, "Just ran in the street. I didn't see her." And Donovan's like, "Call 911." The girl is trying to run away. She's freaking out. And honestly, I didn't expect Donovan to be able to calm her down, but he did a really good job of it. I guess it helps that he's got a daughter the same age as her. Um, the ambulance comes, but since it's like a busy traffic day and like a small street, there's cars everywhere. So he has to go get people to move their cars and go get the gurney. And literally the second he turns away to go get the gurney, this guy in a baseball cap and a mask go up to the girl and shoots her twice, like point blank. She's dead. And then we get the title sequence, I think, which is cool because they show like all
Yeah,
three
yeah, they
titles
did. That was cool. I took a picture of it.
on one
Well, I took a
screen.
picture of my TV. Hold
Cool.
on, that we were talking about earlier. We'll get that later. It was the last
Yeah,
thing I took a
we
picture
yeah, they
of.
just showed all the title shows. They didn't do like any of the
It
people
is, yeah.
placards or anything. Yeah, I thought that was cool. Um, although why is the mothership the biggest one?
I
Like,
guess because it's only Law and Order, but it also has
true,
a little additional titles. They were like,
true. And then we transition back to the scene. I have a grievance to say. Maybe it is just because it is organized crime, but if we're doing a crossover, like how did they figure out who was going to be like first in the thing? Because
yeah.
it went Chris, Danielle, Ainsley,
It always was
then
that
like
order
special
on the
guest
yeah, on the show. I
Marissa.
think, yeah, on the show. I think, and then they do the title sequence for the show. I believe it's that order too.
True.
I guess they were just like
First I
going with
was like, I was like, oh, it's alphabetical order, and then I was like, no, Ainsley's name starts with an A. Duh. Anyway, so after the title sequence, we have the new detective,
Mhm.
Shaw, show up, played by the already awesome McCod Brooks. He's done a few interviews already, and I'm like, I love this guy already. He seems
He's
very
cool.
genuine, and he's awesome. Literally, he had like 5 lines, and I put in our doc, I like him already.
Yeah. Our doc is the funniest thing is to
Half of it,
we
yeah.
do it as we're watching. Sometimes if you're like me, I can't focus on one thing at a time. So then I don't write
Yeah, my
anything.
parents are like, watch.
You're better at remembering.
My parents are like,
You're better at remembering
yeah.
than I am.
My
I don't
parents are
remember.
like, watch the show. I'm like, this is for the show.
It's for the
Because if
show.
I didn't do it while we were watching, I was going to forget some things.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Shaw shows up. Um, and Donovan is like, this is my case. I was the first one here. This is my case. And he's like, yep, I know, but we're gonna work together on this case somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get back to go to the homicide bureau's precinct, and Dixon has said that talk to Shaw's, I don't know, CO or whatever, and now he's part of the bureau and Donovan's new partner. They do some research. They find out that Ava has unfortunately been sexually assaulted and trafficked. Um, and then they have to go tell her aunt that she's dead. Um, Shaw's like, I'll do it. And he tells, I thought he had very good decorum telling her. And I wasn't expecting it. I was worried this, like, he's not going to be able to, like, say it properly. It's going to go bad. But he said everything he needed to say correctly. But the aunt was so upset he slapped her. And Donovan's like, well, you wanted the lead on this. They talk, found out that her whole family was killed in Ukraine, that she ran away, and somehow ended up with the perp. They have to go find out why she was on a boat. And they're talking to like the boat dude, and the boat dude is like, yeah, if you have a warrant, we'll do it. We'll give you the footage that you need. Donovan's like, okay, how about this? You give us the um footage, and I won't tell people that you're like not helping us find whoever killed a 15-year-old girl. Um, then we find out through the conversation that Shaw studied at NYU for 3 years. Found out that being an attorney wasn't really his up to his speed. Became a cop. So the opposite of crazy. Also, something that we don't have on the show yet. Because usually you've had like defense lawyer to prosecution, prosecution to defense lawyer, cop to lawyer. Never had attorney to cop. So it's cool that he has both of those things, but it's like reverse. Then they have this really funny banter of Shaw telling Donovan, be encouraging, not threatening. And I just thought it was funny.
Still
Um,
haven't learned that lesson. We'll get there.
yeah, whatever. And then we transition to SVU precinct, and I literally typed in all caps, Olivia is here.
Queen.
She walks out of the elevator, coming like in this button-down white shirt. The two guys on the other side telling,
Looks so good. Everyone looks so good.
getting details, and I was like, yes, yes, ma'am. So they get the information to Olivia, see if she can find anything out about whoever killed Ava. Yeah, we find out the girl's name is Ava. Whoever killed Ava. Anything about who is trafficking her, etc. We transition back to the homicide bureau, and Donovan is literally just doing work on his computer. The door opens, and Elliot Stabler, of course, who walks into the no, doesn't even walk, like
Run speed, angry speed run.
Angry Speeds walks into the bureau, and his first line could not be more hilarious, contradictory, ironic, etc. He
Hypocritical.
looks
My
at
favorite.
Donovan and he's like, "Have you lost your mind?" I'm like,
sir.
"Coming from you? How many people have told you that?"
Many,
Donovan's like,
many.
"What?" So we find out that the person that they're trying to think that did the murder is a key person in Elliot's current case.
Which they have not talked about. They were just threw that in there. I was like,
No, he literally just like he's like, "This is my case." It's like,
where?
where did this case
What happened
happen?
in the past? Because it says that's like July, I think.
The only
It's
thing
like
is,
July.
the name sounded familiar.
Oh,
Serenko. Maybe
maybe
is that the Fed case that Elliot took from SVU at the beginning? No, no, that's separate.
no, that's the Medallios.
Um,
I don't remember.
I
We'll
don't
have to
know.
look
The
it up
name
later.
sounded familiar, but we don't
That's,
remember where.
that's a later problem.
Anyway, um, then they find out, yeah, it's his case, and he's like, "Why do you have this case now?" He's like, "Because there was a 15-year-old girl murdered, and I was right there, and we think he did it." Then we get transferred back to the bureau, and they're talking. Elliot is and Yana, well, more so, Elliot is giving Donovan the update on Serenko. Yana's giving some information, and Donovan is like, "I want you guys to give me this case so we can go find out who killed this 15-year-old girl." And Elliot and Donovan are like, talking.
Hold on. Keep talking. It doesn't matter out of the dark.
So Sailor and Donna are.
There you go.
Hold on.
Okay. There you go.
All right. Yeah. So Elliot and Donovan are like talking about the case, and then they start fighting. And I literally wrote,
Like always.
"This is fun, but also this is really toxic, masculinity and toxic AF."
It really is.
But then it gets a turns a bit because Donovan's like, "Will you give me this case so we can find out who killed this guy?" And Elliot's like, "No, this is my case." You made the point that it's very hypocritical because Elliot has done the same thing to SVU.
Yeah, the episode. I looked it up. I looked up the episode because I couldn't what it was called. It's 23-3. That first crossover.
Crossover.
Yeah, it wasn't a crossover. It was the one that Carisi was on for
Yeah.
organized crime for 30 seconds.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, Elliot took her case, and now it's
yeah,
up."
now it's with.
So Elliot says no to giving them this case for the murder case because Serenko's like drug
I thought you
trafficking.
were on my side. 23-3. I thought you were on my side.
So Elliot says no because Serenko's like drug trafficking or whatever, and I don't know, apparently drug trafficking is more important than a murder case. Anyway, I literally typed out, Elliot just said no to a murder case of a 15-year-old, an exclamation point. And
So
then
much, sir.
Donovan, who
Hold
I did not really like last season, says a quote that literally changed my entire perspective of him. I didn't write the entire quote down. I
Oh,
know
I
it's
went. Well, I went and found it. I did. Hold on.
yes. Say it. Say
I
it.
thought I
Then,
sent it to you. I thought I did. Hold
oh,
on. Work better, please. Internet. How do you call it? Internet, please. I think it was. Why is
but
that
yeah,
so hard?
no, it
Hold
hit
on.
hard.
It was. Look, it was. I should have put it on a. I know in my phone. I have like every quote possible. But I did not.
You can't find it. I'll just read the
No, no. It's just my text messages are stuck past.
okay.
I can't see past
Um,
5:34 p.m. Or
let's just
just
say like it hit hard, like literally enough that like Elliot was silent, and usually not many things keep him quiet.
it really was his ego. Not gonna lie. We talked about that in class last week about how
Yana is literally standing there and was like,
he's
"Oh,
so. We text a lot
we do. We literally talk to each other every day."
every
And
all day.
yeah,
Oh, he says, I heard Elliot Stabler was a good cop, great cop, a real police. He'd do anything to get justice for a girl like Avon. Guess I heard wrong.
and then he walks out. I was like, "Oh," and I think Ayana.
Who didn't get as much credit as she should. They really were
Oh,
like, I'm kind of mad because even included they included like Ayana in like the title, no, the trailer and stuff. She had like 10 lines, the whole thing.
yeah.
She
So
didn't go in the
Ayana,
field. None of that.
no,
What's the point?
Ayana was like, turns to him and he's like, "Are you gonna let him say that?" Or she's like, "Prove to him he's wrong," or whatever. You know, I don't know. I don't even remember the rest of the dialogue. I was busy focusing on the fact that somebody just totally told Elliot what he
Yeah,
should hear.
but he
Somebody
was
else is a
like,
witness to it.
no.
Okay. Then I
The
don't know. There's
the little Easter egg, I guess we talk about this scene is Ayana's necklace, which I didn't notice until I watched it earlier today when we were checking stuff to record, checking our stuff to record. She has a necklace, and her necklace has a little J on it. So like that's so cute.
her son Jack. We're assuming.
We're
And
assuming,
I don't know what other J it would be.
yeah,
Unless
only
I
the
mean,
real ones.
unless it's like Danielle's necklace and they forgot to take it off for
Well,
filming.
her
But
son's also named Jackson.
yeah, it works either way.
Works either
Danielle's
way.
son is named Jackson, and that's how they got the name of Ayana's son.
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah, so she got the little necklace.
that's real cute.
I think I don't know if there's like a little more before this, but you like don't remember it because the next thing we wrote on the
Jet,
list was Jet,
all
all caps,
caps.
because
One
they
exclamation point.
transitioned.
Should have put more, but that's okay.
So like the sting operation they're having in this like club with this CI that Elliot apparently has that came out of nowhere. My question is, we had two new guys that were coming into OC.
Anyway, sorry, we'll get to Jet in a second. Yeah,
Yeah.
where were they? I guess they were like, I guess they're gonna pull it. SB usually does is that they usually wait until they introduce new people in the second
Yeah.
episode.
My question is the guy that played Vince, is that separate from the new detective guy that's coming, or
It's not two new detectives.
because they're two new
We
detectives
didn't
and I
ever talk
know
about that
one
on
of
the
them is
episode.
white.
Yeah.
So I was like, is this the new guy or is it separate? Because the new detective has short hair
Yeah.
and the CI didn't. But I'm like wondering.
So
Spoiler alert.
Sorry. Well, if you listen to the podcast, you've watched the show. Hopefully, we tell you this. Please watch.
Yeah. So he may be the new detective and we'll meet him next week, or we literally only have one new detective and the other guy already died. Anyway, they have this little trip session. The CI is crazy. And he has to like get footage from Serenko's phone to prove that he was with this girl. Or like what they need for the information. And this dude is literally just talking random stuff, sits next to the Serenko,
Oh yeah. This is
and
how we started the
tries to
club.
like
Real dumb.
snort whatever drug while
Oh
trying
yeah,
to carefully
she has to light
take.
a cigarette. Actually, he goes, "Do you have a cigarette?" And they're like,
He tries
"Huh?"
to light it, and while trying to carefully take the
Oh,
dude's phone, and
my mom called several. My
to
mom was like, "That dude's gonna die. He's not
they
gonna make it 20
transition to Jet, and she rolls her eyes and is like, "Are you seriously trying to do that?" It didn't work because the
No,
guy's like, "What the hell are you doing with
yeah,
trying to
her
take the
little
phone?"
hairstyle though
Yeah,
is the best.
I was like,
I was like, oh, about that weird grin on my face.
"Oh
I'm
my
like,
god!" I was definitely like, didn't think we would still get cute hairstyles when their hair was
of
short, but I'm
course.
glad we do.
Yes, I was sitting
Um,
there with that little grin on my face, and I was like, this isn't embarrassing.
yeah, my mom. I was like, one of my parents is gonna notice she got a haircut. My mom was like, "Oh, she got a haircut." It's like, yeah. Anyway, we find out that the guy who is doing the sting operation, his name is Vince, and he is the CI. Um, he stupidly follows Serenko to his room when he like steps away. He almost dies by
Yeah.
getting like choked, and the dude is
It's,
like, "Don't ever come into my room again." And he's like, "I won't." Serenko pushes him to the table,
yeah.
and he's able to plug the little like chip they need into his phone. Oh, wait, no. Before this, he sneaks in the room. Serenko wasn't there. He plugs the thing into his phone and is like, and Jet is like telling Stabler, like, he's about to get caught. You need to go in there. And there's this girl who, for whatever freaking reason, ma'am, you need better taste. I'm sorry.
Oh
Tries to
yeah,
flirt with Elliot,
the
and I'm
club
just
girl.
sitting
I was
there
like,
like, no.
you might want some
Oh.
money, but he's not the man. Sorry.
And he's like, "Nah, I'm good." And I'm like, this is why do they do this in every single
Every
student
time.
operation
At
he
least he
does?
didn't do it. At least he didn't act on it this time like stupid.
Oh yeah,
He
seriously.
didn't
If
get
he did,
drugged
I'd be
again.
like, "Are you kidding me?"
Didn't get
Anyway,
drugged again. Oh, wait.
yeah,
Anyway,
true.
sorry.
Anyway,
That's the
so
movie.
Vince is like waiting for the thing to plug in. Sarenko comes out of the bathroom and he's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" Chokes hold him, pushes him into the table. Vince is able to grab the chip back and has all the information he needs. And Sarenko pushes him out of the room. He walks back to the bar, puts like the chip in a crumpled napkin on the table. Elliot takes it and it's like, "Yay, we got the information." And Jet is like,
Oh.
"Well, at least you got the chip back." But she's like, "You are that was way too close of a call." Um, my next question was like, "Elliot, where the hell did you find this dude?"
Yeah.
We find out that Elliot was literally doing patrol one day. Um, sees Vince on the side of the road who's like 120 pounds fighting this 300-pound dude
Yeah.
and winning.
Mm.
And when Elliot pulls him over and he has to call an ambulance for the 300-pound dude, he asks Vince, why were you doing this? And he's like, "I was bored." And he's like, "I was bored," and he asked for a job. So they
Really,
made him a CI for whatever reason.
not a good idea. Probably didn't get that approved. It probably was too late. It probably was like, this is my C. I know, like,
Um, then this is when they start leading into the
SVU.
SVU stuff. Because then we see Amanda, and she's got her cute little first like outfit on, with, like the
Yes.
stabbing
Everyone
blazer.
was.
And I literally just like when she first started and appeared on the screen, I just like stared and I was like,
I did.
"It's the beginning of the end."
Yeah,
I'm not
I did
really.
also did think. I also did think that, but I was trying not to. And then never mind. We'll talk about that when we get to.
Oh, well, yeah,
We'll
we got
finish
a
that as
whole
we get a while.
crap done.
No, we're gonna like
Anyway,
re-record it. Yeah.
um, I was like Amanda, and then like soft teary-eyed emoji.
Yeah.
She looked super like out of everybody's outfits in the
She looks so good.
episode. Amanda and Jet had the best,
Yeah, it really looks
in my
so good.
opinion. Um, and I was like, wonder how long it took to film the crossover. And apparently a long time because
Yeah,
there
they
was
were
some
still
scenes
filming
they
up to
shot
Saturday. They were
10 days ago, up to Saturday, and I'm like, how the heck did you film it that and then get it on TV Thursday?
I'm like, I barely can edit anything.
All right. So that was the I forget what happened at like the end of the
Yeah.
cross. But anyway. Oh, they find out like that this girl really has been trafficked and they got like this sex trafficking ring they gotta go take down now. And that is how we transition to the SVU part of the night.
Yes. Okay, we have 7 minutes to, and then if it breaks, we'll just start it. If it decides we're done,
To
we'll
do
just do another
another
Zoom. I'll
we'll have
make
to do
another.
okay, anyway. So we
Okay,
start um
SVU.
they say there's something about a sex trafficking ring in like a sting operation or something. And my first thought is, and I'm going to keep saying this until we get it, that I want Jet to go undercover somehow in some sort of thing because
Please,
she's
there's lots
young
of.
enough.
It should be next. I mean, hopefully, there's a lot of good stuff for next season.
Oh,
Well, this
yeah,
season
I'm
we could.
going to keep saying it until it happens because Jet's young enough. They're going to a casino.
Yes.
She's the same age as like the new people in
We
OC.
did it ourselves. It didn't turn out great, but we did it
I'll write it
ourselves.
if we have to, but like literally
Yes,
it would
it
be a
didn't turn out. We
perfect
would
thing
totally
for
say
her to do. Don't get me wrong. The fact that she can do all the tech stuff is amazing, but you have a 23-year-old detective surrounded by like really if they have a casino with like a ring or whatever full of young people,
please
do you
invest in
send a 60-year-old white detective, white male detective, or your 23-year-old teen 23-year-old who understands people her age detective? Anyway, um they go infiltrate the house because they did like facial rec of the woman that they found with Ava. They found that she is sex trafficking the girls and along with Sarenko. They infiltrate the house. They arrest her. Um, Stabler almost gets stabbed with a knife because the girl
Yeah,
came out and then
yeah.
he
That
arrested
man's invincible for no
her.
reason.
No, literally, he did so much shit this episode, and I was like, "Can you just stop throwing people?"
Yeah,
No. Anyway, um,
that noise was
the
that was
girl we find out her name is Nicole. She was being pimped out like Ava. Um, knew Ava, but did not want to speak. She was very insistent that I don't remember what the girl's name is, but the woman that
I don't know.
she
We didn't put
put
it
him
in
out
here.
on was very much loves her, took care of her, etc. And Donovan Shaw are interrogating her because they're trying to figure out if they knew anything. She knew who killed Ava, also the ring itself. And Olivia is trying to tell her that like she doesn't care about you. And the girl's not buying it. So Olivia texts Donovan and is like, ask her the relationship that she had with Ava and also Nicole. And it basically, she says, and I'm not gonna, I hate saying this word about anything, but it's a quote. So she's basically like, this girl is a whore. This is her choice.
That was the light.
Why should I care about her? And Nicole's like, you're lying. You're lying. She's saying that because she's in the interrogation room.
I'll turn the light on in a second. You keep talking.
Um, and then they start like talking to Nicole. They need to ask her these questions, and they need her to help like take down Sarenko and everything. Um, Mershka's talking to her, and she's like, "Please, we need you to do this," and she's like, "I can't." Then there was this one line where
Also, we've been saying the wrong name for him for the long. I was like, wait, Donovan's his real last name. His character's last name is Cosgrove.
are you serious?
I was like googling real quick, and I was like, we've been saying this wrong.
Oh my lord!
Oh well.
Oh my god! Are
He
you
wrote it through. I
serious?
was like, wait, hold on. Also, this forest disgusting. Why did I walk up here with my shoes on?
Oh wow! I feel
I was
stupid.
like, because I was on Google, and I was like,
Cause
anyway,
I
sorry.
don't they have like the first same last first name?
I think. No, his real name is Jeffrey Donovan. His character's
Oh,
name is Frank Cosgrove.
Jesus Christ.
Oh well. Whoopsie poopsie. There's something else we
Okay,
gotta do.
hey, Mr. Donovan, if you're listening to this, we love you. We're sorry.
It was like
We had like 10 plus characters to remember last night.
many characters to
We
remember.
seriously love you and we appreciate you. So yeah, anytime if you're listening to this and every time we said Donovan, we meant Cosgrove.
Yep. And we'll
And
know that for next time. Oh.
don't know how I got those confused. But
We even put Donovan in our notes. Then it will.
yeah, because I thought that was his
Yeah.
last name. It's Cosgrove. Because the
Yeah. Cosgrove.
detective
Okay.
on Law and Order is Frank Cosgrove. Anyway,
okay. Anyway.
um,
Um,
Olivia's talking to Nicole. And she's like, and Nicole's like, I can't do this. I can't say what's happened to me. And Olivia's like, you can do this because you are brave. And I was like, okay, that line is already powerful. But I thought it hit even more powerful after Mariska's gutsy interview and her telling her story.
yeah, go watch it if you have it on Apple
Yeah,
TV.
go watch it if you
We
haven't.
won't spoil it for you. So
Yeah, it's not our
yeah, not our
story
story
to
so go
tell.
watch it.
It's not our story to tell. You need to hear it from Mariska herself.
Mm-hmm.
But just know that that line hit hard. Um, then they have to go and they find out some more information of like where Serenko could be. And they go infiltrate this giant mansion. Um, they're literally sneaking around the house and it's empty. And Amanda, go Amanda, finds this phone sitting on the counter and is like, "All right, I'm gonna take that." Gets the phone, and then Olivia, Elliot, and Cosgrove. This time I'm actually gonna say the name right. Cosgrove go into like the basement. Actually, no. Olivia, Elliot, Shaw, because Cosgrove was like calling to make sure everything was
Yeah.
okay.
They're like, don't come down here.
Go
Make
into the basement or whatever of this mansion. Lift up like this giant plastic tarp and find these IEDs and entire makings for bombs. And everyone's like, do not move. Everybody get out. Call the bomb squad, etc. Um, they find out how like massive all these IEDs are and how dangerous and explosive they can be, that they could take out like entire buildings.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay. Um
Okay.
yeah, so they find out the IEDs are big enough to explode an entire building. Um and they're like, we need to find out what building that is or what the target is, etc. And then we transition to the scene where Danielle, and Olivia's Cameron, Danielle, and Marishka's selfie was from. They're on the SVU precinct and they're talking about, yeah, but it's one thing. Um, Let me summarize it, then we'll get to that. Um, they're like, we found this in all the things they're making a bomb. We need to figure out um where this thing is. They're talking to Nicole. Um, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, we didn't take notes of this part. We kind of skipped forward to a little bit.
I'm just trying to figure out when it happened. Yeah, they're talking to Nicole. They're like they watched one of they find out that there's been another guy Um, like basically the big leader, Nicole had to service him. They show a video with her, and he's basically talking about like, oh wait, no, I think that's later. I forget how they find out, but they find out like the target. Like they're like, what possible like Russian thing is happening in New York this weekend? And they found out there's a NATO meeting in like a giant hotel, and they're like, we need the joint JTT.
Joint Terrorism Task Force.
Thank you. JTTF. They call them in, and they're like, you want us to get our whole squad on something we don't even know that's actually happening. Um, Olivia gives the entire rundown of what they found. Dixon adds information. They're still not convinced. And then Ayana is like, we need to evacuate first and ask questions later.
Yep.
Which
That's the smartest thing to do, but they were like, we got all these questions, none of the bomb.
one line that we have from her from promo. The one thing Evan was really excited about was, all three women working together, everything. I mean, yes, it was cool that all three of them led the entire conversation. No one else really said anything. I think Amanda said like one thing, but one scene, with all we got a captain, a lieutenant, and a sergeant, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Feminist. That like that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for. Yes, we wanted to be more feminist, but there's a I forgot what it's called. Anyway,
So then we transition to another thing with Jet and Elliot because they literally need Vince to go find out if this like bomb thing is actually happening. And I don't know.
Yeah, they're staying out in this whole
Uh,
I texted you
that Jet is like trying to help Vince put his wire on, doing her job, etc., etc. And she's saying whatever weird shit. He's messing up a saying. He's like, the proof is in the pie, and Elliot's like, pudding. I don't know, whatever weird shit like that.
Proof is in the pudding. There's some
Pie.
the proof is in the
The proof
pie.
is in the pie. Pudding.
He
Is in the pudding.
already
And
grumpy.
it's like Jet
Elliot was
is
real grumpy. Just
what?
happened.
Yeah. Jet is the Elliot is like, Jet, is his wire good? And she's like, yeah. But then she said, yeah, but I don't love this location because I would have preferred if. And then Elliot cuts her off and says in a slightly harsh, rude tone, I know what you're saying, Jet. We had this discussion. What did we discuss? And the next words that came out of her damn mouth, was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
No, I was.
Are you kidding me? She literally looks right at Elliot and says in like a quiet voice, not projecting my fears and anxieties onto the CIs. We gotta pause, y'all.
I'm gonna talk about this.
Pause. Because I literally screamed at my TV, excuse me?
I was eating some wings. I was eating the dinner.
First off,
I was like,
first off, Jet, we had this discussion. What did we discuss? When the heck did he have to say this to her? First time, possibly more. The way she said it made it sound like this wasn't the first time that this happened. She didn't want to say it. She said it quietly because she didn't want to say it. What gives Elliot the right to say that to her?
Yeah, let's talk about that. That line is, we talked about it earlier, last night, or whenever we talked about it a lot. But yeah, it's implied that they've had this conversation before. Who knows when or what context this was, but like that was something he not should have not said to her ever. Period. For one,
Ever.
he shouldn't have said it on the job. He should have said in front of anyone else. Should
He
never have said.
literally is like, Jet, we had this discussion. What do we discuss? Like she's talking to a child. She's his 23-year-old colleague. Second, we wrote this in our fic. We wrote that Elliot is rude to Jet. And
Don't
everyone was
believe?
like, no, he's
No,
not.
he's not. We're
Canon
like,
proof,
can't improve
y'all.
it. Every time
Canon
we write
proof.
something, we'll write something like weeks and months way back. It'll be like, this may sound crazy. We're gonna do it anyway. Can't improve the point every
I
time.
won't deny that Jet cares about Elliot, and in
Yep.
some possible way, Elliot cares about her. But
I
then
think
he
this
says
is real.
something like
Yeah,
this. If she ever said something like that to him,
he be pissed.
she might be out of a job.
Yeah, he's already really pissy anyway. Because the whole thing, if he just says that, that's just horrible. So my mom
Also,
was like, so my mom doesn't watch organized crime, period. So like, but she was like, she knew enough to know who, like what Jet does,
yeah,
and she was like, my mom was like, she does all the tech work. You know how to do anything without her. And I was like, you're
yeah,
right.
really. Also, can proof that she has fears and anxieties.
Yeah,
Oh, another thing I just realized. If she has fears and anxieties, why on earth is Elliot throwing that back at her? If she has
yeah.
fears and anxiety, that's not gonna make it any better.
Nope. We talked about this when we just wrote this scene we were writing earlier. How like the fic we're writing, we're gonna spoil it because I forgot worth it. But the Jet's not the first person he's done that to. Also, he's done it to Olivia.
But
We
it's
talked
like
about
the
that.
first time we've heard him verbally say
We
anything
did
like that to
to
Jet.
Jet, but he said it. He said to Olivia in the one in Fault, which I talk about all the time. It's whenever it's a lot. What's happening? Oh, okay, we're good. Why is whoopsie poopsie?
There's been like conversations on Twitter of that basically Elliot is like a dad figure to Jet, and like in some ways, fine, I'll give you that. But why on earth,
What do you say
if
something?
he's a dad figure to her, would he say that?
Yeah, yeah. He
Like
said to Olivia in
seriously,
Fault
just
that
the
like
impact of the line, not projecting my fears and anxieties onto CIs.
not acceptable. No, not
No.
friends. But he says to Olivia in
No.
Fault that like, how am I supposed to have a partner who can't watch your own back or something like that? He says, but he has to be watching her back. How can they be partners? I don't know. He said something about like he doesn't trust her to do her job. And she's like, I want a new partner.
Okay.
Anyway, so we'll talk about Olivia when we get to Olivia. But
Yeah, so then we
that's
get
it.
to the scene, like the stain, and
It goes alright.
at one point, like the body. And Elliot's like, Jet, what do you see? And Jet's like, starting, like, not panicking, but starting to get worried because it's okay. But he keeps going deeper underground, following the guy. She's telling him as much of things as she can see. Um, and the dude is literally like asking all these questions of like, oh, there's gonna be a bomb. When are we gonna make the bomb?
It's a real
How can I
bad
help you make the
CI.
bomb? Yeah.
Real bad CI.
Um,
Okay.
what's gonna happen with the bomb? And the dude is like, Jet finally figures out there's like connection, and she says something about like a concrete bat, and then Elliot's like, oh my god, it's a hit. Everybody go. They're also Elliot, Olivia, Shaw are trying to get into the building where Vince is. They can't because there are shots being fired. Um, a little callback. They showed Jet after like the shots being fired. She like flinched a bit. Okay, so at least finally they'll call back to the fact that A, shots scare anybody, but B, after she shot somebody, like still iffy for her. You
She
know,
wasn't
the
addressed
fears and
today.
anxieties that he told her to ignore. Anyway, um,
Sure needs to address that, but
they
maybe they will. Maybe
finally
they.
get. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they'll address that, but probably not because they don't care that much.
I don't know. We get one jail guy scene and I'll take it. Anyway,
Manifesting
um,
that out there already.
yeah. Anyway, they finally get in the building. It's too late. They see literally Elliot sees Vince like crawling on the floor because he's been shot,
Multiple
and he's
times.
trying to save him. He doesn't. And I forget who posted this on Twitter,
It wasn't
but whoever
somebody who was
posted
an
this
it
on
was somebody who was
Twitter,
an EO shipper. It wasn't EO shipper because you sent it to me, but I knew it was EO shipper. But
yes,
anyway,
I'm giving credit to an EO shipper because honestly, the parallel they found,
yeah. But I know
they sent put a
they love
picture
looking
of
for crumbs. But
Elliot over the body of Vince with next to a picture of him over the body of Jenna, the 15-year-old he shot before he left SCU. The position that he's in, pretty darn close. Um, that was a parallel. So Vince is dead. Olivia and Shaw run in the building and they're like, "Oh my god." Um, then there's a commercial break. We come back to them clearing out his body. Jet is I forget what the rest of the dialogue was, but what I got was basically Jet was saying how sorry she was that he lost his CI. Um, and honestly, yes, I know the man is dead, but Jet was right to say I didn't like this location because I don't know, maybe it was a different location. He wouldn't have ended up dead. They wouldn't have had the spotty connection, etc. But yeah, she felt bad. She apologized to Stabler for that he lost his CI. Um, but they are able to find the guys who did it, or at least the guy who did it. So they bring him in. Somebody, for whatever reason, decided to have Elliot alone in an interrogation room with him. Why, I don't know. And then he's literally getting in this perp's face. The perp does reveal there's a bomb. He's literally like, boom. And then Elliot walks in the room and is like, Olivia walks in the room and is like, Elliot, we need to go. And he's like, fine. They walk out. She's like, I'm really sorry about your CI. We gotta figure these things out. Then we have Ayana comes down with the leader of the JTTF. And he says, hold on, did I write this down? Yes, I did. No, I didn't.
we watched it. I was like, I sent you it, but we
Um,
watched it.
dang it. Hold on, it's in another thick.
Oh, we put it. Oh yeah, we did. We were writing like 3 fix
Got
guys
it.
from
He
last
said,
episode.
you have half the NYPD out on a goose chase for you, and all you end up with is a dead CI. Olivia's like, oh god. And Olivia goes, no, Elliot says, whoa, whoa, whoa. Immediately pushes past Olivia, pushing past her shoulder, and goes to grab the dude. But Olivia, being Olivia, not wanting Elliot to punch a fellow officer, although, you know what, fine. Do that, have him get suspended. I wouldn't complain. Anyway, she literally goes to stop him again. Um,
We watched it.
it's
I
so hard
like
to say because I really
yeah
think
because we
we'd
were
see it again,
no
but
because
we were
what
both like,
we'll
"Oh
talk
my
about it. We'll
god,
say what happened and then we'll talk about
again!"
where in a second.
So while Olivia's in the middle trying to stop him from going to punch the JTTF officer, Elliot is shaking the JTTF officer with his right arm, while his left arm is on Olivia's right arm, grabbing it, slightly shaking it, while Olivia is trying to use her left arm to push him off of the JTTF officer. Eventually, She pushes him off and is like, Elliot, stop. The whole time, you see Ayana in the background, jaw dropped, staring only at Stabler, like,
What
oh
just
my
happened?
god, what am I seeing? I think it's the first time she's ever seen, like, she's seen Elliot's violence, but
Yeah,
it's the
but not
first time
on.
she's ever seen it like this, and it's the first time she's ever seen Elliot put his hands on Olivia. Um, I
I
mean,
remember I think I was like, oh shit, not again. Is it
yeah,
because I
literally, we're
texted?
like, oh my god, it happened again.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay,
First
so
time was in the interrogation room
yeah, we're gonna
in
talk about that. Yeah.
Prodigal Son. Now it's this episode. Before we
Mhm.
get to the serious things, um, somebody asked Danielle what Ayana was thinking during this scene, and she's like, something out of a Jerry Springer episode, and I was like,
She always gives,
okay,
she always gives me a giggle.
that
But
was
yeah.
kind of funny. But Ayana's literally like just staring at Elliot, n- not even frozen. Like, we've known Ayana to like stop things and stop
Yeah.
him, but she's
She's
literally
not know what to do at this point.
frozen in her fear, her own of not knowing what to do, watching him with his hands on this JTF officer and Olivia.
Yeah. We ended up I watched it again. Well, I sent you the clip watching it. Played it in slow motion because we were like, because it happens so quickly. It happens in like 10 seconds. So you have to like slow it down. You're just like, oh my god, it's worse than you think it is. Bad. And like how this scene for some reason got romanticized, which makes you hate every time
Are
hate
you
thinking that.
surprised?
No, absolutely not. The first time it was romanticized, it was just as bad. It may be worse second time. It
I
may
really
be
didn't
worse.
think anybody was actually going to, and then
No,
I
I
said,
expected it. I go watch it happen again. Oh boy.
no, y'all, he's got his hands on her,
Yeah,
gripping
in
her,
a very
gripping her.
violent and angry fashion. There's nothing romantic about this.
No,
Nothing romantic about this. Uh, it's not good.
it happened again.
Yeah. And one thing I hate, they haven't. I feel like they're gonna maybe get to this in SVU, but they don't have Olivia say anything immediately after. She doesn't like in Return of the Prodigal Son. She kind of just moves on, and then in
There's
this
like
one,
this
she kind of just moves. She
second,
stops for a second, and then she kind of just moves on.
there's this second in the scene when he like grabbed her arm and her eyes like went wide, and she's like yelling for him to like stop this after she pushed him off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
Like they don't give her a response to that, and I don't really. Maybe because they talked about Olivia's gonna have a healing arc in SVU, and maybe these things will be addressed. Who knows? We'll find out
yeah.
when we get there.
So I think the next big thing is they go to the big hotel where the NATO event is
Yeah,
happening.
they just casually move on
Getting
after that, you
Olivia
know? Casually moved
strutting
on after
in
that.
the room, and it's like,
What a queen.
yeah, there's a bomb face. I don't remember exactly what she's like. NYPD, there's a bomb threat. Everybody needs to leave. Everybody needs to evacuate. Amanda's in another room saying everybody needs to leave. They're all basically saying everybody get the frick out of the building. And then Cosgrove, literally trying to get people out of the building, sees Serenko standing there in a ball cap and glasses and is like,
That's the guy.
tries to go right after him because he's been trying to catch this guy for
Several
a
days.
while now, rightfully so. Um, there's a whole lot of chase scenes,
Yeah.
and chaos, and people evacuating, and I'm like, oh my god, this must have been cool to film.
They just filmed apparently
He literally just filmed
5 days before they put the episode.
Yeah, because literally they got like the pics of like Kelly and Mariska out on the street, and it's from that
Yeah.
scene. Anyway,
Videos,
and they got Shaw in the garage. He sees this car. He breaks open the glass, opens the trunk, and sees the giant AF bomb. It's ticking down like 3
He's at
minutes and
3
like
minutes at
27
this point.
seconds.
Yeah, he's real close.
And he's like, guys, I found the bomb. And Dixon is basically like, you need to get out of there. And he's like, no, tell me how to defuse it. Dixon's like, no, get your butt out of there. It's going to destroy the entire building. And he's like, yeah, that's what I want to destroy. He's like, no, get out of there. Which I love because this guy literally just joined her unit and she's already like, no, you get your butt out because I don't want you getting hurt.
Follow the instructions and doesn't try to be a hero.
Yeah, the McCall did an interview and he's like, how do you describe your character? And he's like, he's an adrenaline, he loves the adrenaline, which kind of can get him into trouble in like dangerous situations. Huh. Giant bomb, dangerous situation. Anyway, um, yeah, so there's a bit more things. The bomb
Was boom.
goes off. Honestly, intense.
Yeah.
It looked really
The
cool.
building was like.
Oh no! Before that, they literally find Sarenko. Elliot pins him to a squad car. Then the bomb goes off, and Cosgrove and Shaw and like Elliot are standing up, and they got like debris, everything on them. And they're like, "Crap, where'd he go?" And then they got Olivia, Elliot, Shaw, Amanda, Don Strong, all going to look for Sarenko. Then they have Amanda be the one who finds him, and my first thought was, "Oh God, oh God, not."
They changed
Because
their mind
like,
and they were gonna do it for real. That's how I really was.
yeah, God, I got scared.
Thinking.
Because
We'll
like,
talk about that when we get to the later part.
yeah, I was like, "Oh
This is
God,
it.
not
This is
now,
it.
not now, no." My
I know.
mom was
It
like,
was
"Please
original.
call for backup." She called for backup. She was smart in this scene. They find him. He goes into the store. He takes a woman hostage and a whole bunch of people hostage. And he's like, I want a bulletproof van in 10 minutes. Olivia tries to negotiate him with the phone. It doesn't work. She's getting frustrated. Rightfully so. Um,
This is the part where like
they eventually like
the
Elliot.
part with the phone. Yeah,
Yeah,
Elliot's.
Elliot's like
It
using
doesn't
his.
make any sense.
First
My
off,
mom.
the fact that they have Elliot be able to figure it out with the phone.
Was that
All
was
right, applause to you. You know how to use your
my
phone.
mom was like, how literally how in the world did they even
Yeah,
think
he's
to
literally
do
using his camera phone against the mirrors to see if he can figure out
it? Yeah.
the whatever is going on.
What else could have done that? What else would worry about
They find out that he's in the back, so they got Cosgrove and Shaw going to the back. The hostages run out. They're like, please don't shoot. And for some reason, he's like up against the wall. I mean, look, I get it to protect them, but like, don't scare them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get this scene of he literally comes out of the car. He's about to run again. Why nobody's shooting him, I don't know.
There's too many
And then
people. It's
Elliot comes
crowded
out of
area.
nowhere and
Come
tackles
on.
him into
I'm not getting up now. I have a blanket and I swing it in front of the towel with my blanket to the doorway and I'm like,
tackles him into a pile of trash bags and like actually no flips the then he tries to get up again and he flips the guy down on the street, causing him to lose his gun. And he's
oh yeah.
basically like trying to he's literally taunting the dude.
Yeah. He's like, pick it
Come
up.
get this
I
done
dare you.
so I can kill you
Yep.
and shoot you right in the forehead type thing. And then Donovan comes over and steps on the gun and he's like, don't do this. Don't. Which I was surprised because the whole time Donovan has been so mad about this guy wanting to catch him, and he still doesn't want Elliot to do this. So they are finally
He
arresting
wants
him.
real
There's this
justice. He
like
doesn't want
little
vigilantism. He wants real justice
yeah.
for this world.
The they got
Not
this
playing
whole
cowboys, as Olivia said, we're not playing
literally
cowboys.
okay, hold on, cowboy type thing. Um, there's something that his daughter said at the beginning. She's like, why can't criminals like this pay type thing? And he's like, he wants them to pay, but he wants it done correctly. So they arrest him. Elliot's like, thanks. And Donovan's like, yeah, thanks. So basically, Donovan's like, thank you for getting this guy. Now it's like, thank you for stopping me from doing that. Um, so we find out that yeah, Donovan apparently is the more calmer, more
Yeah.
reasonable,
Yeah.
not
He's not playing
crazy
cowboys or vigilantism.
cop out of the two of them. And that's the end of
Is he?
the first, yeah, SVU part. Then we go to Law and Order, the last part. Um, they do a tie jump. It's been 4 days since the bombing. We find out there's either 3 or 5 victims of the bombing. They thought they got everybody out of the building. They didn't. Um, then they're like, we need to figure out what happened. They transition to Samantha and Nolan talking with Olivia to Nicole. And my first thought was, if she's a special victim, why are they there instead of Carisi?
I think it's
But
because
of
it's
course, we
their.
find out why Carisi was there
Yeah,
later.
but I
Although,
guess because it was
literally,
their
they put
their bureau, so their
yeah, they put Peter's name in the SVU
yeah, it was
credits,
not in
and
the
he
SV.
wasn't
He was in the mothership one. We'll get to
there.
that later.
Finn and Velasco were there, but
They did not would not be seen again
also
the rest
whoever,
of the show.
yeah. Side note, whoever put Velasco in the gray like button-down T-shirt,
It's a nice shirt.
thank you, thank you.
Taste.
He looked nice, but also thank you.
Gotta write
If you
someone joke in here. That's later.
catch my drift.
We got some.
Yeah.
Oh, did we talk? Well, that's an up and we already. No, did we put that episode up? Anyway,
I don't know.
maybe we did.
Anyway,
But we gotta write
we'll
some more
figure it
Jolene,
out.
but that's a later thing.
Yeah.
We did talk about that.
Um.
Gotta write that Jolene.
Yeah. Then we transition to Amanda, like talking to these people, talking to somebody on the phone about the bomb. And that's how we find out that it was 4 days later. We figure out, like, we get the actual phone footage, and we figure out what Rublev looks like. He is a repeat SVU offender. He's been on the show before. He played the guy who was selling the babies in the episode where Olivia and Elliot wanted to cover as a couple. And we're like, we want a baby, but we can't buy one, etc., etc., etc. We got 9 minutes and 57 seconds left. Again. Let's see if we can do this. Then we transition back to the Organized Crime Bureau. We get Jet in her cute little outfit, like she calls it like a trash
Oh, the trash green.
or whatever. It looks
Because the
super
color
cute.
kind of matched the dumpster. She took a picture, and we took a picture next to.
Yeah.
But I love that outfit so much. It's so
I
cute.
really wasn't expecting we get all 3
I
outfits
didn't either.
in the premiere, like, because Ainsley was posting all of these pictures, and they made it seem like it was like separate episodes, but I guess it took like a while to film the premiere, so
Yeah, because they're just
all in
filming the other
premiere.
shows while filming the premiere. So I guess
Yeah, literally, they're all crazy.
they're probably dead tired. Because everyone's like gone off
They're
doing
all
stuff this
probably
week.
like,
They're all,
I need a break. Like,
if
they
anything, I
got
look
this
forward. Like I
entire
think Danielle was
premiere and
somewhere. I saw
doing
on
their own
Instagram.
shows.
Yeah, I think on Instagram I saw Danielle was somewhere Mauritius in London.
She's at like a tennis
The
tournament
tennis. So I
watching
guess they
like
are taking a little breaksies or something currently.
yeah, Roger Federer's last game or whatever. Also the fact that a few of the new people, Makad, the guy who played Vince, etc. Like their first day on the on their sets was filming the crossover. Like that's pretty cool. Like, oh, how was your first day? Oh, let's see. I already
I
met
literally met
Chris and
everyone.
Danielle. Very good. Everybody. I met everybody already. I love that Danielle was like, it's a family reunion. It's like Sunday barbecue. Because that's kind of what it felt like. Well, I mean, not like fully like on screen, but like behind the scenes, it definitely seems what it felt like. Everybody taking pictures, and it just felt fun. Anyway, They do another sting or whatever. They find Rublev. No, actually, they literally go to a hotel. No, no, wait, freeze. I don't know. They were talking and like, how the heck are we gonna catch this guy? And Jet, being our wonderful hacker, calls up for her. Like you could hear the tone change in her voice. She's like, I found something, something real. She's like, oh my god, I finally did it. We finally found something. And it's a video from Ava's phone of him literally describing how there's going to be a bomb. And the girls are like, oh, yeah. Because, you know, um, yeah. But Ava filmed it. We found out this dude literally is trying to plan an entire bomb threat. So they go arrest him. And the dude is like, yeah, okay, sure. You're actually here to arrest me. Okay. And Cotchgrove's like, yes. Shaw's like, it's better if you actually come with us. The
Oh
guy,
yeah.
his bodyguard, tries to pull out his gun. Shaw's like, no, don't. They arrest him. We transition to him with his lawyer, who is also a repeat
Yeah,
offender,
repeat defense. Yeah.
who always defends like I don't know,
Yeah, that
rapists or
dude.
whatever,
I don't remember
and
his name. That dude
smarmy.
was
My first reaction was like, oh god,
that
this
dude.
idiot.
Yeah, he's not
Great
good.
actor,
He's not a good
but
defense attorney. He quite loses quite often.
yeah, but they brought him in. He's smarmy.
They could have gone for
Um,
this one, but that's
and he's like, he puts out a motion to suppress the video. Um, and while this is happening, because they had to arrest Sarenko, and the CI is dead. The only witness, and Ava's also dead. The only witness they have to the person in the video, to the events in the video, is Nicole. Olivia has talked with Nicole. Nicole can't do this. She doesn't want to do this. Olivia has like begged her. She's like yes, but then changes her mind, and some freaking how, even though Olivia's like, yeah, she'll testify because she somehow changed her mind. Olivia gets Nicole to. No, wait. Yeah. She gets Nicole to somewhere else.
yes. The first is the
No,
safe
wait.
house. Then it's later on.
No, I'm jumping ahead
You're jumping
of
ahead. Yeah,
things.
you're
So,
jumping
like,
ahead.
at first, Nicole was like, yes, gonna testify. And then something happened. She changed her mind. Um, because of that, the motion to suppress the video. No. Hold on, guys. I'm getting confused. I know I have this. Hold up.
Just what she didn't want to testify.
Yeah,
Uh,
something about you didn't want to testify. No, because they put the motion to suppress the video. The
yeah.
guy, I don't know what the argument was, but either way, the video gets suppressed, and now the only person who can testify to things that have happened is Nicole. Um, so they have to go
And they put her in a safe
bring her
house.
to the safe house. Um, I don't know. Then there's this like thing where also Elliot's talking to this other dude that apparently is part of this operation or whatever. And Jet is there with him. And my mom was literally like, why did they bring just Jet into
Oh
this
yeah.
dangerous operation?
Oh, it was like she had to be his babysitter. I
If
remember
she
making a
gets
joke.
hurt, who else is gonna do all their hacking stuff? And I was like,
You're right.
you're the best, but you're right. So that happens. Although she was literally there for a second and didn't even do anything
Literally, she didn't
with
say a
her.
word. She was there. She was there acting his babysitter. Elliot always is a babysitter. Look.
No, really. Um, they bring him in. They question him. They find out that Rublev has gotten all the stuff. He's pimping girls. one to plan the bomb, is apparently friends with Putin. Um, all that. Um, um, yeah. So video's out. They want Nicole to testify, so that she's in a safe house. I think that's basically it.
Yeah.
All the details until we get to the safe house where Amanda is with her. She's playing this video game. Amanda says something, a quote that was good, and I can't remember it. Something about like actually getting close to like your
Yeah.
people you're battling or whatever. And Nicole's like, when this is all over, I want to get food at such and such, and then Amanda's like, yeah, we can do that. So they go outside to do that, and there's like shots heard,
Mm.
and Amanda immediately pulls Nicole down to the ground. Nicole, terrified, obviously, tries to run out to to the street and goes hide behind another car while shots are happening. Amanda stands up, tries to shoot the guy, and instead is shot in the gut.
Okay, we gotta
When
pause
I
and talk
tell you
about
I
our reactions.
screamed,
I did
I
not. I didn't gasp really well. Like,
screamed.
I think my
Like
mom has
from
done
the
that.
way the promo looked when she went down to the ground, that's where I thought the bomb was. That's
Oh, yeah.
what was going to hurt her. Because we knew already from information that Kelly was actually supposed to get killed off in the premiere. And Mariska immediately put a stop to it, which, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for not letting that be the way we lose Amanda. So I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna get hit with a bomb, etc. Her getting shot is nowhere near my radar.
It wasn't in there.
We have less than a minute, so we'll probably have to continue with this later. Yeah, so she gets shot. I screamed, you gasped. I'm literally like,
I
no,
texted my
no,
mom. I was
no,
like, "You
no,
have to come
no,
back right now. Amanda's been shot." She
no,
went to the
no, no, no,
bathroom or
no, no, no,
something.
no. Like, I literally wrote, if that how she would have died, I would have been livid. Because literally, you kill her off like that after the.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
stopped.
Okay. Now it should be recording again. Okay, it's recording now. The internet was unstable for a moment, but it's always like that. Anyway, back. We're good.
Where do we
We just talked about.
Amanda got shot. Amanda got shot. Yep, Amanda got shot. Um, it's bad too. Like she's
Bleeding profusely from her.
literally like bleeding. Her hand is bleeding. It's right in her gut.
Yep.
I didn't see this until after I watched it. It hit. The suitor over to her again, gun in hand, is about to shoot her. No, no, please.
There you go.
Because she thought she was about to die right there. She's saying, no, no, please, for multiple reasons. One, she's a mom. To her two girls. Two, crazy live in her spot. Reasons to. Do I wish didn't have to see that? There, I can't believe you're having to do this, but in my opinion, like much the people in Amanda's life mean to her that she would beg to live for them or die. So, yeah, she's terrified that she's about to die, flipping out because, oh my god, Amanda Rollins just got shot. And I'm like talking with my parents. I'm like, she has 8 more episodes. What's going on?
At least 8.
And my dad pointed out, like, maybe lying to you. And
I think that for a second. The internet's a little shaky here, but
freaking out to God. So the whole time, I'm like, oh my God. I'm active. She was named Dawson. I forget exactly who he was. But anyway, he killed the shooter and saved her life. Thank you. And there's a commercial or a transition or something. The next thing, which scared the shit out of me,
oh yeah,
was
they really
first
did.
thing we see is a. It really scared us. It showed two AMTs rolling by with a body bag on a gurney and Olivia running into the scene. God, she's dead. Oh my God. But then Olivia is talking to Dawson. She's like, what happened? Hmm. Like the shooter's bleeding off. He's like, but she was saying, so that's good. But you can hear it leak out. And then we get what everybody was looking for the past 2 hours. And now I literally, as soon as I saw him on screen, I was like, oh my God, no, this is why we get him. Oh.
Hold on, middle internet change because this is
Gee,
not good.
what happened? And his voice is all raspy. And
He's already got tears.
out.
Showed up with the tears. He showed
And
up.
he's already like,
tears.
Maddie, our wonderful friend Maddie, and you pointed out to me last episode or two ago that Carisi's never cried. And I was like, what?
Never.
Yeah. Today he did. Or that episode he did. And oh my God, it hurt more than I thought it would.
It
It's
did.
like,
It hurt so bad.
for lack of a better term, it was like a punch to the gut.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's like flipping out. Olivia, always trying to be the strong one for situations like this, especially because even though she knows she loves and cares for Amanda, like Carisi's the one in the relationship right now with her. He's helping her raise his daughters. She had to be strong for him because he needed to be strong for her, for Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, if I know anything, Amanda is a strong woman. If anybody is going to survive a gunshot, it would be her. And Sunny's like, yeah, you're right. And then whoever the frick decided to take this out of the streaming, we need to talk.
We need to talk. I haven't watched it on streaming because I don't want to. I'm not watching it again.
Sunny breaks down. He starts crying on Olivia's shoulder. She wraps her in a hug. And I'm like thinking like maybe Sunny didn't want Olivia to see him cry because he thinks he has to be strong for this because he quickly pushes her off and he's like, I have to get to the hospital, and then rushes off.
They just leave it like that for like a good 20 minutes. And somebody said on this Twitter post that was like, what if they expect us to focus on the next 20 issues?
Yeah, like literally, they did a bad. I feel so bad.
They were like 2 commercials later, like, because they didn't, like, this was like maybe like, well, for me,
so the rest of the episode,
so it was like 9:30ish. They didn't tap us again until like the last 30 seconds of the show, and it's just like,
so the rest of the episode, we're all like, oh my God, is she alive? Yeah. What?
That was bad on their plan again. They wanted you to stick around to the end. They forced you to stick around to the end. They do it.
So we transition to Olivia's office. Nolan Price comes in and is asking Olivia like, how is she? And she's like, she's stable. She's got out of surgery. Her surgery went well. She's stable. And I was like, oh, good. But I didn't want to get my hopes up in case. Forget exactly what Nolan said, but he said something about like the shooting or whatever, and said something bad about it. And Olivia was like, are you kidding me? Rightfully so, because literally her best friend just got shot. And if I've got this dude that I know who's just trying to focus on the case, like, I had to find the quote. I'll find it later. But
Mm.
yeah. So they're like, we need Nicole. We need Nicole to testify. So what I don't get is why didn't they add attempted murder to cop
Yeah,
to these
they
charges?
should have put
But
that one on the list, but they didn't.
they should have. That would have upped the ante for a lot of things. They're like, we need Nicole to testify. So Olivia goes to talk to Nicole at the safe house, and she's like struggling because she just saw all this happen. And I
Mhm.
think this is the first time I've ever seen Olivia get like almost visibly mad at a survivor because they're talking and Nicole is like, I got a Snapchat this morning, and Olivia's like, what? Either she said, I thought
She said, I think she
you
said
got
her
rid
she
of all.
took everything. And her.
Yeah, I thought you gave me all your phones, or you gave me all your technology. And she's like, I got one this morning. I replied to it. They they found Amanda's location from Snapchat. Snapchat. God damn it. I mean, Olivia was quick because literally the girl is literally like freaking out, like feels so bad, thinks this is all her fault. And Olivia has to I feel like Olivia felt that for a moment, just the way she was like, I thought I had all of your phones. But she quickly has to change her attitude. And she's like, no, no, there could have been a million other ways that they found you. I still think it's the Snapchat, but um, yeah. And then Olivia has to like talk to Nicole again. Nope. Then Nolan goes to go talk to Olivia again. I think this is when he like says the thing that like really pisses her off. But Olivia sends Nicole to Toronto to live with another relative because it's all too much for her. Yeah, and they literally transitioned, and then like, Jack McCoy is like, Olivia Benson can't play God. And they're like, can we extradite her back? Nope, you can't, because apparently there's a rule in Canada that are like, you can't extradite a person back to be a to testify if it's going to harbor like their mental health and
then they're under
happiness
the age of 18 also.
under the age of 18 and then affect their mental health and happiness. And they're like, that is the only person we had to get the bombing, the murder of Ava, the murder of CI, everything. So they're left with one option left. They have to get Sarenko to take a deal to testify against Rublev. They don't want it. They don't want to. They're very mad that they have to, but it's the only option they have left. So he agrees to plea to murder two. Oh, actually, at first I think he wanted like immunization.
Yeah, he did. They're like, no deal.
Nope. And then they're like, so he pleads to murder two.
Yeah, you wanted
Something
you wanted,
else.
yeah, because at first it was gonna
And
be
then
life without parole, and he was like,
and then they got rid of the life without parole, and he'll end up serving like 20 years. And they're like,
not long enough. But
we don't like this, but it's all we got. He testifies, and his literally his thing is like, I'm not a liar. I kill people, but I'm not a liar. The defense lawyer is like, I kill people, but I'm not a liar. And they're like, Price and Sam are like, this is going horribly. And then Elliot shows up because
Doing the
he's just gonna yell at everybody.
They're walking outside. He's doing the any power walk again.
He literally goes to yell at Price because he's like, how dare you take this deal?
Like,
And
is that or
like,
nothing?
still going to be justice. He's like, not for Vince tried telling that to his mom. So yeah, like, no, I don't like that, but it's literally all we got. And then they get this call that Rublev wants to talk, and he wants to admit things are happening, which I wasn't expecting because I really thought this guy was actually going to end up getting away with it. And he's like telling, because originally like they were gonna do this deal, but they were like basically going to have to like basically drop this entire case for state secrets against Russia because Rublev's best friend is like Putin or whatever. And Price is like, no, I don't want to do this. And McCoy's like, we can't not listen to the feds. So they go talk to Rublev, and he's literally like trying to tell all these state secrets. And Price is like, I don't care.
He's like, they'll kill my family. And he's like,
and then literally Rublev's entire attitude has changed, and he's like, they will kill my wife and kids. And I was like,
you care about this?
Expecting you to have a heart. First, I thought it was a manipulative tactic. It wasn't. I feel bad because I think Hugh Dancy gave a really incredible performance, but I feel like majority of the people were distracted because we're like, is Amanda okay?
Yeah, that was the problem with that, is that like that whole like there's a good like 15 minutes in between, maybe 20 almost.
Like,
quite
I
a bit
love
of time.
Hugh Dancy. Like, usually we don't see Price get that angry. This is the first time like Price has gotten this angry, and I think Hugh played it incredibly. But I don't know, they just matched up.
Yeah, everything that happened that until the very end, I think.
Yeah. So Rublev, they literally like, they're like, you know what? Price is like, you know what? Screw it. I don't care about state secrets. He and Sam leave, and Sam's like, are you happy? Like, are you crazy? Are you happy? Because she's like, we need to do this. She was also agreed with Olivia with sending Nicole to Toronto because, I don't know, this girl's been through hell. We shouldn't be doing this to her. And they literally turn around and see this guy, like Rublev, being put back in a black van. This guy
motorcycle, the guy on a motorcycle
over on a bicycle, gets off the bike, shoots Rublev, and they like, the two officers literally go chase the shooter. And Price walks over to Rublev, and Rublev is like, please help me. And I'm like, I was actually wanted him to help him, but I really thought he was gonna walk away. But he didn't. So he tried to stop the bleeding, but it was too late, and he died. But unfortunately, even though Rublev died, Serenko's deal is still in place for whatever reason. I think it's because he did testify. But I don't fully agree with that. And the officers are like, I mean, he's doing
the big press with like
press
a
conference.
bunch of people out there.
And they're like, do you, even though the deal is still, like, he died
onto that deal,
do you think it was good? And he's literally talking about like how things are complicated. This case was a lot. But at the end of the day, I do believe justice has been served. You can see he's kind of hesitating to say it, but in a way,
a lot. You're gonna get shit talked about you if you said something like that. And he's like,
in a way, yes, because Serenko's going to prison for 20 years. Rublev is dead. Things have happened. Then we transition to Cosgrove is out at lunch with his daughter again. And she's talking about like, well, what do we do? The bad guys don't pay. And then Cosgrove goes into this whole end monologue thing, to which I
he voices over this
half
monologue.
of it.
I don't remember it. I was too busy thinking out Amanda. Sorry.
They literally showed Nicole apparently is back and Olivia's with her. So apparently
Yeah.
either A, she never went to Toronto, or Olivia brought her back fast.
Toronto's not that far. We get to look this up when we were writing. It's not that far. It's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours
Okay, so fair.
by car.
So they have her back. I don't remember what all the other end scenes were. Literally, the only end scene I
There
remember
was
is
Elliot beating up some
literally
people.
B.
There was
And
Elliot beating up some people, and then there was Amanda.
yeah, of course.
and
Yeah,
Sonny.
they were beating up more people because they found more connections to the rings,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Why not?" Literally, I think. What was the tweet that I sent you? Because literally, the Law for Entertainment page is deciding to live off of this.
And
You thought we wouldn't give you one more stable beatdown tonight
it's bad.
with a wink emoji.
Stop. Wolf Entertainment, do better. I know I want that
No,
prize pack from you because we want to win that giveaway, get that prize pack, but still.
like for a show that's like we want to make police business better.
Yeah.
Stop flourishing police brutality,
Yeah.
even
No,
if it is bad guys. Still, because he does this with literally everybody. Yeah. So then we get to the important scene that we're all freaking to feel bad about. Carisi goes to the hospital, and we walk in to see Amanda in her hospital bed. And my first thought, and I literally wrote it in all caps, Amanda's alive! She's alive! She's got a tube in her nose and everything. And Kalli, like literally, you got 2 seconds in a hospital scene, and I'm literally like,
literally, it was like a good 10-second scene.
how you play weak shot esque like that, I don't know, but it was amazing. And they have Carisi lady next to her and is like rubbing her arm, and she wakes up. Her eyes like go wide a bit because she's like, oh, Carisi's here. And she takes his hand, and there's just like this little quiet moment of like, I'm here. But also at the beginning when he's walking to the hospital, he's like heartbroken because like,
you think
oh my god,
I don't think he knows how she's doing until he shows up.
Got shot. I don't know what's happening. And then he holds her hand and he's like, I'm gonna be here for you. And the last line of the little monologue, the one that I thought was the most important, was Cosgrove says the world isn't perfect, but it's still beautiful. Slightly cringy maybe, but I think it was still good.
Yeah.
The important thing is Amanda's okay.
Yep.
Amanda's alive.
All I needed.
Also, yeah, literally someone was like, way to go. Like they literally made us wait to the end. So they would get everybody to watch the show, and I was like,
they did. They made
because we all need to find out. We're literally like texting our friends, and some of them weren't watching. And they're like,
they wanted to know.
why is everybody flipping out? And we're like, Amanda got shot. And then they're like, what? And they're like, please tell us. They're like, Amanda's alive. And they're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, look at
the general, like, somewhat consensus last night. Like, we have a friend who is a Barisi shipper, but, like, still felt so bad for Sunny because of this. And she's like, I'm literally like, Peter, like, you were in the show for like 10 seconds and I felt so bad. And I'm like, okay, if she feels bad, then, you know. People are literally said, like, Mariska and at one point, and I'm like, yeah, you can tell how choked up they both were. Yeah, so I think that's everything. How many stars do you give this, the entire thing?
What did you go with the 3?
I was gonna say like 3.5, maybe.
Yeah, 3. It could have been it was a good, okay, so like, sure, the story was good. The execution of the story, that's where you get some minus points.
The actual crossover thing.
Yeah, you lose some points. It's not a real crossover, in my opinion. A real crossover would have been like evenly distributed.
Yeah, we literally had
distribution of
Olivia,
characters.
Elliot, Shaw, Cosgrove, a little bit of Ayana, a little bit of Jet, Amanda, some Finn, some Velasco, and a minute of Carisi, one scene that got deleted.
Yeah, and then there's a little bit of like the DA's
Although
office, but not their DA's office.
SVU part for the course Carisi scene getting deleted, but you really
Gotta keep it
delete
in their
this
hearts,
one, and of all of them, you delete this
yeah.
one.
Yeah. Keep it in your heart
Um,
forever. Yeah, the execution
somebody
of it wasn't good.
posted.
Yeah, the
that
balancing wasn't good. They didn't balance this
somebody,
one. But then
yeah,
they always
that-
do that with that. When they do organized crime and SVU
if you
crossovers.
want advice on how to do a crossover,
I'll do it for you.
read our stuff. Come ask us. We know how to do one.
Do well. We put the mothership. We haven't put the mothership in, but
Yeah, we should.
we do
Now
really good. We should.
we need
We'll
to
figure it
figure
out.
out what to do for our
What we're
new
gonna do
sport
with that.
because I feel like we can. I have a few ideas
We can work on that.
for Price and Sam.
It'd be fun to put in the resistance, but I don't know where we'll put them yet.
Oh, I have ideas, bestie.
Okay, we'll talk about
I have
that.
ideas.
But yeah, the resistance is going great. Trouble finds us every day.
I have ideas.
What else we
One
say
of them
about it?
involves a ship that I literally just started thinking of last night.
We'll talk about it then afterwards.
Okay, fine. I'll give you a hint though. The two lawyers sitting watching a video while eating takeout at the.
Oh, you're right. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of shifted too. It was
I
like,
don't
yo,
I think it could work.
It could. Well, that
Um,
was a piece of dust that scared me.
Although I think there
I don't have my
were
glasses on.
scenes of
So
like
the little
Price
piece,
filming with another woman, so he might already have a girlfriend.
yeah, I have like a little, like
He
I don't have my
doesn't.
glasses on,
Going
so
with
like
that.
it's a little dust and it's scary. Uh, what else can I? Oh yeah, the balancing is really bad. Like I really wanted, they should have put Ayana in the field too, because it was like one person
somebody
from
literally
organized crime in the field.
like
Really.
tweeted at Danielle. They're like, my only thing was there should have been more Ayana in the premiere, and she's like, don't worry, there's gonna be a whole ton of Belle next week.
Yeah, they put her in the promo and they're like, they gave her like a good time.
Yeah, but they put Finn there too, and Belle was
Finn
still
didn't.
more
Finn
than
had
Finn.
like 3 lines, like 4 lines.
Ice-T
yeah.
shit there. Oh, did you see the video they did of like who on the cast is most likely to talk their way out of a speeding ticket? And everyone's like, Mariska. And Ice-T is like, yeah, she'll be like, oh, I'm Captain Benson of SVU. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, I know you. And I'm black. And I'm like,
It's true though. You not.
oh my god, Ice-T.
I drive under the speed limit just because I drive real slow. I'm gallivanting slow, but I drive real slow.
We need to talk about how goddamn good everybody looked at.
They did. They did. Oh
Danielle freaking like there's a new. I don't know if this is part of it, but there's a new Viola Davis movie out called Woman King.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Her outfit kind of reminded me of that. She's
Yeah.
got like this barbed wire necklace and like this black outfit.
I heard about the movie. I
Man.
read reviews about the movie from historical context. People are like, "Don't go watch that movie." But from historical context, they're like, "This movie is inaccurate." And I was like, "Oh."
But Viola Davis.
Yeah, that's it. You're like, yeah, you're just support Viola. The movie is not accurate.
That's literally why I want to see it. Viola Davis. Anyway, yeah, Danielle looked like a queen.
Yes, everyone looks so damn good. Like
Ainsley.
You're real fat in them pictures.
Literally, there was one video that went circulated of like a photographer telling her to spin. They did like the little spin and like flipped her hair around, and I'm like, they're so pretty. Like, yeah. So I do think like what I will miss most from this crossover is just all the pictures. Like we had so many different combos. Like they had a behind the scenes picture and it had to be from the scene they were filming because it was outside of Chris and Odella. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, that's a picture I didn't expect to like want or
Yeah.
like, and I thought it really cute. Um, there was one picture that they had that I don't remember the scene. If it happened, it was Jet in her like her black t-shirt and her tan pants, and she's like holding her iPad and telling Olivia, Ayana, Elliot, and Shaw like something about a case. And I
Maybe they
don't
cut that one. I don't
got
remember
that.
seeing it either.
I wonder if there's any deleted scenes.
Probably. You know, when you film something that large, you change something $5 million.
Yeah.
That's what I feel anyway when I'm filming, making stuff. I don't
Yeah.
remember half the trailers. Normally, this is a part of the podcast.
Oh, yeah, literally.
We would talk about
Premieres.
fix. We don't need to do that
Promos.
today.
Um,
They all look fantastic.
I feel like the SVU and the Mothership
They gotta
cases
split,
should be
yeah.
switched though.
Yeah, because the SVU one is about, I forgot about that. I know the mothership one's about an abortion case. It seems more like an SVU
The
thing.
Mothership one is there's a girl who helps another girl travel state lines to get
Yeah,
an
an
abortion,
abortion.
and now she's
They want her arrested.
want her arrested because of the laws in whatever state. And we got the pro-life, pro-choice Roe v. Wade battle.
She knew
I
it
mean,
was
I
coming
get
first.
why they wouldn't do it on SVU because they already did it, but it's still just
Finally.
like an SVU case. So
Yeah.
there's that. It's gonna. I'm
looking forward to it then. We'll see.
two things. Very interested to see
Yeah, but not.
what Price's opinion is on it,
Yeah.
and also McCoy's, considering Price is a young man, but Price is and McCoy is an older man.
Yeah.
But as good as much as I love watching Price in court, I feel like the only person who should be taking the lead on this case is Sam.
Yeah. So she's
a woman.
Yeah,
She's the only one who can fully understand this. Feel like Price needs to take second chair on this case.
Maybe. We'll see.
The SVU premieres, like this detective or whatever, I don't even know where this guy came from.
Maybe we'll probably get the longer trailers throughout the week.
It's like doing an
Y'all
operation.
combined all three so they can condense to like 10 seconds each. So they'll probably put the longer one later sometime when it comes on. I don't have cable, so I can't tell you. Whenever you see it, you see it somewhere, let me know. I'm okay.
I'll
ABC, fix your app. It's still broken.
Yeah, please.
They were like, we'll email you back once we fix the problem. That was 2 weeks ago.
Fix your app. Okay, so there's like this case of like, I don't know. This detective.
No, there's not even that much context. It's just Olivia, like, we're working with this guy.
And all of a sudden they're like, were you lying about something? Are you going against your fellow officers, etc., or whatever? I don't know. Didn't make any sense. I was confused.
Yeah, like brick falls off.
And then we transitioned to the OC one, where we see the two villains of two villains of the season, because I think there's more.
Yeah.
And Ayana's like talking to Elliot, and she's like, "You really want to put out on a hit, or go against like the most powerful family in New York?" Which I thought they already did, but you know.
I mean, they're gone. They're with the Wheatleys. They apparently don't care about
them. Yeah, they're not there anymore. So it's like this family that runs the casino, and the two villains are like the son and daughter, maybe. They're young enough to be that.
We'll report back to you guys next week. We'll just see the episode.
So yeah, Elliot's going up against them. Ayana's like, "Are you really doing this?" And I don't know, something's happened. Elliot's literally on top of a car window and gets thrown off a car and gets hit, and I'm like, how the hell did you end up on that car window? Why? You're 60 years old, man. You can't be doing this.
No.
I mean, I don't want anybody.
He's invincible. I don't want anybody to get hit by a car, but come on,
I don't want anybody to get hit by a car, but really, like Stabler,
you're not as young as you used to be. Jumping in the car.
I think that's when we get more details about what's going on with Belle's life, with Elliot's life. I think that's where
we'll find out next. We'll get more previews. Not we're gonna do another podcast before then, but we'll
think that's where we get the two new OC detectives, because we're supposed to get two new ones. Because
they did really poorly about having other detectives and never used them.
Makes me wonder if next episode is also when we get Molly Burnett for SVU, but
or at least 2 or 3 probably. It'll be soon. Probably.
My other question, and maybe they're just not showing us pictures because they want us to be surprised. But he hasn't posted anything about the show in a while, and I'm getting a little concerned. Where's Wee Sam? Where is he?
Exactly. We're like, we watched your Twitter. We watched your Instagram.
Literally, the last thing we got was Malachi holding Jet's hand at Elliot's
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
cross ceremony.
That thing. Who
That's
cares?
it.
Please. Unless they're not.
Thank
Unless
you.
they're just not saying anything about it. But
My dad.
Also, nobody's really posted anything behind the scenes, and
My
nobody
dad
has.
kept teasing me that the new CI was going to be her new boyfriend and that Malachi was gone. And I'm like, well,
No,
he's
don't
dead
get that out
now,
of here.
so no.
Get that out
Also,
of here. Don't say that heresy in this room.
yeah, it would be stupid because literally Malachi and Jet are so similar.
It's
Like,
so precious. It's so stupid.
there isn't a perfect couple because they've already had their fights and things. But if
Yeah.
we're in the context of like a couple that's just really good for each other, it's them. Also, I'm tired of having to write all my couples out of canon.
Yeah, we've done it ourselves, and it's real sad. Oh, we knew nobody. Somebody
The
made that
articles
comment
coming
today
out.
made my day though. The one about Errol. Somebody had reviewed the birthday fic he wrote.
Oh
That
my
comment-
god, I love that. Whoever you are.
Thank you. You said you listened to the podcast too.
Yeah, you listened to the
That
podcast.
comment, thank you. Personal thank you to you.
Yeah, you're like, we could tell. You're like, they're like, you could tell that you guys are like work really good together. Your fic writing, your podcast, and I was like,
Thank
oh,
you.
we're so glad you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for reading. Yeah, because okay, so this article has been out for a while now. I feel like we can talk about it because they're and sorry if you have to hear this from us if you haven't read the article yet.
Oh, I understand that now.
Go read it.
Yeah.
Because Danielle has said it multiple times.
Oh yeah. Cool.
So last season we left off. So I don't know if the time jump is like 3 months after the premiere, like
Because they were like, I think when I heard it explained, it was like the premiere doesn't fit into the timeline in the way it's
or like premiere 3 months, second episodes.
I don't know. We'll find out. Well,
anyway,
but really, Order come to answer the question because they don't have time cards.
No, alright. Last time we saw Danielle. Last time we saw Yana, Denise took Jack, left a note. I'll come back. We gotta talk about this later, etc. I need answers because apparently in 3 months, Denise and Ayana are getting. I don't want to say it out loud.
That word. The D
Denise
word.
and Ayana are getting divorced.
So, like, why does that have to be the first option? Don't we have things like, couple therapy,
counseling?
We can talk about this. We'll get to that eventually. We're gonna put some of that.
I literally wrote in questions. I was like, first off, maybe this isn't part of it, but Danielle has been open about the fact that she has recently gone through a divorce. Why on earth are you putting her character through this if she's still going through it? And Danielle even said it to herself. She's like, anyone who's been through divorce knows it's like traumatic and sad and overwhelming. And I'm like, why are you doing this to her on screen then?
The actress that plays Denise was at the Danielle's little watching party though. You saw her Instagram?
Huh?
Danielle earlier today, she posted the picture. She had like a watch party last night, and the actress that plays Denise was there.
Oh yay! Well, that's nice then.
I said like if it's still in the story, too.
The characters may be fighting, but they're friends.
Hopefully it's still maybe because I don't think it's been 24 hours, so I think it might still be on her story.
Because Ayana also mentioned, Danielle also mentioned an article that she's going to be a single mom, while leaving a task force, and if that doesn't prompt a conversation with Olivia, then they're stupid. I mean, you have Mariska over on organized crime for a lot of reasons. A lot of the time.
He had like a minute 43 seconds. And
give her another reason besides
being
there for Elliot. have it be
Yeah, that's
one
cringe.
conversation. So yeah, Ayana's getting divorced apparently.
That's
Meaning
there's plenty
anything
of
written in it for Bellox like hurts now because they're like,
it does. It's too
what?
late because we've written so
Um,
much for them.
you wrote so much, and then we're like, they're getting divorced.
All
Are
this,
you
y'all
kidding
probably
me?
don't realize how much Kyle and I actually write, like every day, all day. From as
It's
soon as
what
we
we
check our
do.
phones in the
When I'm not
morning
at work or
till I go to
sleeping,
bed.
I write.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Okay, we have 1 minute, so we gotta wrap this up real
big
quick.
thing about
We don't
this,
need to do another Zoom for 10 seconds.
big thing about this, the fact that they're getting divorced is we're losing the one and only representation we had in any of the Law and Order universe. SVU doesn't have anything. The mothership, as far as we know, doesn't have anything. The only LGBTQIA plus relationship plus two BIPOC woman relationship is getting divorced. Dick Wolf, do you really not care about it? Like you'll put it for
I don't
like
care about a lot of things, apparently.
I'll put it for a season or two, and it's like, okay, that's it, you got it. Now we're getting rid of it. Why does it have to be a divorce? I don't.
Yeah, it doesn't have to.
The only upside to this is going to be the fact that we're going to get phenomenal performances from Danielle.
Yep,
It's
we're in less than a minute,
gonna be
so we
amazing.
gotta wrap.
All right,
It's
we'll be
gonna
back.
explode soon. So, oh, are we back? Okay, we're good. We're good.
All right, yeah. So
Finish it.
Alex is getting divorced, and we're losing the only representation we got because this is what he does now, apparently. Until another character maybe comes out, or what? We got nothing. Actually, no. The only representation we'll have is Noah. I mean, yeah, we'll still have Ayana and Denise, but they're not together. They won't be together, so it feels like we're losing the only couple.
Yeah. And I don't think Wolf Entertainment has understood how valuable representation is. Because all the characters that are people of color and or queer, are, gone.
And I'm like reading a fic while we're doing this because somebody posted a fic about after Rollins got shot.
We're working on that. We're working on like 3 fics at the same time. We're doing our own little crossover, but better. The better ending crossover. This is what we do our time, really like idea, go.
Yeah, I literally texted you, like called you last night right after the show, and I was like,
Yeah.
we need to go write this now. Now we do.
No.
Because
Yeah.
no.
And I was like, no. And then I came up with you came up with the fic idea. I came up with the fic idea. And then we had another fic idea. So we have a Barson, we have a Releasey, and we have a Jalakai fic we're working on. Yes, we made Barson out of this. We don't care where we want. We made Barson out of everything. And I'm working on a fic that I did not make any progress on because I fell asleep, but that's okay. I wrote like 2 sentences of real heroes and I fell asleep.
All right. Okay.
It'll be good.
I read the fic really quickly. Had a good ending, so that's good. I don't know, what else do we have to say? Anything? We've done a lot of resistance things. We've brought in characters that are technically canon, but you haven't met them. You've only heard about a few of them, and it's been fun.
Yeah, because we wrote there's 2 paths. We explained this. There's 2 paths in the story, and then we started including characters in the the sadder path, the more bad path. And they were like, wait, we gotta find a way to put them into the good side of the story because they need to be there also because it makes sense. So we have Lovely have put more characters into the story and it's going good. I think. There's plenty of ideas. We have so many we need to the problem is the reason why y'all have not read the story, it's mostly like we need to fine tune edited a little bit more.
I'm telling you, we just need to change the one detail and post it because people need to read.
Yeah, but then when we were reading it out loud, we did do like a read through. The detail kind of needs to be there. like thinking about it without, I was like, it doesn't get the same. Because when we write that ship later on in the story, they kind of need that. And then like Cameron had proved that this is kind of a necessary thing without saying what it is.
Okay,
I want to
pause.
keep it in.
Ma'am. Oh my god, did it go away? Hold up. Ma'am. Why are you so pretty?
She is what a queen.
She's literally on a train and she looks gorgeous.
Yes, I would put that up. Yeah, we're working on stuff. We're always writing something. Like we're gonna probably write some more. Actually, we need to go to sleep. I need to go to sleep. I'm very tired.
I should sleep because I have
I
this
should
my
too.
work
Well,
tomorrow.
yeah,
But
I
I'm
take
so
a shower.
excited.
Yeah, we like y'all don't understand how much fun we have. Like sitting here and talking to each other every all the time. It makes we have like ideas for like podcast episodes for like off weeks. We have some ideas, some stuff we're gonna do. There's a lot of fun stuff working on. Lots of writing that's being done. Are you gonna love it? I don't know. People hate it,
Sorry.
probably.
I accidentally started playing 6 because there's like a new cast that's on tour now, and I
Oh, yeah. They're doing like a whole they're doing like a whole US tour. And another location that close enough to me. Well,
my
they don't have Atlanta on there yet.
one of
And
the
I wanted
teachers I work with bought tickets because she's like, you said it was amazing, so I'm gonna go buy it. And I was
yeah.
like,
If
I
they do
saw
it announce Atlanta. Oh, they go to like
I saw a
if they announce
commercial
Atlanta.
commercial for it again, and I was like, I want to go buy
Okay.
tickets. And my parents were like,
Turn
you
around.
just saw it. I was like,
Will you see it
but I
again?
want to see the tour cast. I want to see it again. I love this show.
Realize how dark it is in here.
It's
Hold on.
going to be my new like Wicked. Like Wicked, I've seen 3 times now.
Not
6
seen the
is going
musical
to
in
be
person. At least I
my
have.
other
I
one.
have seen. Oh yeah, I saw Cinderella and I saw Little Shop of Horrors and
Yeah,
the
Wicked,
Shakespeare
I've seen
Festival in Montgomery.
3 times. 6 is gonna be my other one that I see multiple times because they're my faves. And we both love 6. And I'm slowly introducing you to Wicked.
Yeah, we made a playlist. It's called. Well, I made this playlist. We put music in it. Called music
And
I want to share
literally,
with.
there's just 5 plus
And
versions of Defying Gravity because
we just put songs. And we're like, all right, this is a song I like. Here, let's do it.
wait, what was the name of the playlist again?
Music I want to share with my bestie.
You know, this is what we do.
This is our friendship. We would be like, all right, here's a song.
Oh yeah, music I want to share with my bestie.
So much music. Audiobooks on Spotify. Literally, they have audiobooks on Spotify. But they need to pay for them.
Put so many on here.
We did. What have we been talking about? We're just kind of going on and rambling about nothing.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, we talked to him.
We were last night our conversation about this whatever your island.
Oh yeah, my fantasy. Yes, my island. I was like, we're gonna live as nomads on an island, and also
one of our friends is like, I'm gonna stand on the hill that Peter should have gotten an Emmy already, and the role should have a Tony. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
The tallest mountain possible on this island. the tallest, the one
and I said, I'm gonna stand on the hill that there should be a musical episode until they give it to us because.
Yes.
Oh come on! You keep casting Broadway people.
Literally
people. Danielle literally just did an interview the other day where she said she wants to sing. She wants to play Burr and Hamilton. And I'm like, first of all, where's the cover? Wait for it. I want it so bad. Second, you have your cast members going to musicals. Ryan just went to Beetlejuice. Ainsley went. The last show Ainsley went to was The Music Man. Danielle swears by the Michael Jackson musical and says she wants to go play Burr. Roll. Roll.
So many. Literally always say period.
I know. Like apparently saw something on Twitter. Some people that went to go meet Kelly and were talking about her going back on Broadway, and I was like, why did nobody tell me this?
Exactly. I was save up my little coin.
Literally. I'll go pay it. I just went to New York a few months ago. I will go again if she's doing a show.
Never been out of the South, but I'll gladly do it for Kelly. I don't care.
Like, fine, if you're gonna do a musical episode, bring her back too. Like, you have resources to do a musical.
Yes, please. Like, yeah, like please. We always
Especially,
give people opportunity. Like every time y'all know, if you read our things, we include songs quite often.
yeah, because I
So
find like songs that I think would be
that
perfect,
just
and
fits
because I know
so
half of the
good.
cast can sing, so
Yeah. And we have a playlist of songs that, like, for the resistance that they don't like. We just have like themed for them, and it's just like
they're
so
fun.
good.
Some of them are fun, some of them are like, oh,
Oh,
oh.
that's real dark.
Um,
Oh yeah, for a minute. Hopefully this. I'm gonna have to put this in iMovie because I gotta cut it in a different place and I have to kind of
because
put
we
it
talk
where
so much.
we did because Zoom's not gonna have it
We
cut
talk
right
for,
because I'm up to fix. We did three. This
we're
is the
running
fourth
on
time we've done it. This is the fourth one. So this is
we're running on two
almost
and a
two,
half
yeah,
hours, and I need
2.5
to
hours.
sleep
I'll make it.
because I
Yeah, I'll make it two. I'm gonna make this two parts and hopefully edit this tomorrow. I'll edit
yeah.
tomorrow
We need to sleep.
and
I need to sleep because I was
we're
already
we're gonna put this
like,
in iMovie and then we're gonna go to make sure it's in there so I can edit it tomorrow.
I'm already gonna be tired and frustrated because my meeting
Yeah.
is super early for whatever
This is the most
freaking
horrible
reason,
time in the
and
world.
it's 12:30, and I was like, I should probably have went to
Yeah,
bed an
that's
hour
how I
ago.
do
Now
when
I'm going to get. Hold on, I need to do the math real fast.
yeah, because I get up at the problem. You know, because I have different, strikingly different times to go to class between Monday, Wednesday, and Tuesday, Thursday. Because Monday,
I'm gonna
Wednesday, I
get
have class until 1:30. And then I have 8 a.m. on Tuesday, Thursday,
yeah.
and I'm
I'm
tired.
gonna get like 6.5 hours maybe, and I'll take a nap tomorrow, hopefully.
No, I'll be taking it.
Because I'm gonna go see The Little Mermaid tomorrow, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see
To
that real bad. My
clarify,
mom wants
no,
to.
it's not. To clarify, no, it's not the movie. The movie isn't out yet. I'm going to see the
Yeah.
musical version, which I'm excited
Yeah, the
about.
movie
But
comes out next year. My
I
mom wants to
literally
see it.
need the maid supposed to get out at 9:15. You can go home, nap, shower,
Why?
shout.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry.
trying to think. Is there anything else we have to say before I wrap and actually go to sleep? Or
We were ready.
sleep.
Yeah, this is season 2. Oh boy. Never thought we would.
I never
I
thought we'd
guess
get a season 2. I didn't even think we have a podcast.
no, we didn't. I literally said it as like a joke. I was like, well, I think I was beefing. I don't know if I was serious or not, but I think I did say it before I said it seriously in a conversation. I said we should start a podcast, and then later on I was like, okay, for real, it's actually a podcast. I was not joking.
Better than me saying all ideas out loud and not talking to myself. At least I get to say it
Talk
to
with each
you,
other and talk
and
to
other
y'all.
people will listen.
Yeah,
Right.
we do.
I think that's all we got.
It's not night time. It's like it is
It's
11.
12:30 for me. Yeah, 12:30
Yeah,
for me,
it's
and you may let it go
late.
and find gravity thing because
I'm very
of course
tired.
this is my background. Of course. Um, so thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you
We
for
promise half of
listening.
this was actually populated.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed our like crazy revelations of realizing we've said people's names wrong, but also things we've realized and important things that we hope you will realize if you go watch it again.
Yeah, go
Or
watch the episode for like we talked like we had our reviews, but go watch it yourself. Give
yeah.
Missy the money. And Missy
So
fix her out too.
yeah.
Thank you.
Final thing,
But,
mine was I give it 3.5. You gave it.
I gave it 3.
It would have been 1 if Amanda died, but she didn't, so we
Yeah,
get 3.5.
negative stars, negative stars, negative.
Yeah, literally negative stars. Nope, 3.5.
Good little stars.
It makes me wonder, like, she's gone in episode 9. What's gonna happen? Like,
Yeah, because
what's gonna happen next episode? Because
yeah,
if I don't get crazy taking care of Amanda at home,
yeah, we'll do it ourselves. Forget it.
fine,
We'll
we
get
will.
Canada. I do it myself.
Yeah.
We plan on doing it like soon. Like we're working on it.
Yeah,
soon.
we're working on it. All right.
All right.
So that is the
Thanks
end
for
of
listening.
the season 2 premiere of The Truth Runs Deep. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, see you Wednesday. Well, you'll see this on Wednesday. We'll see y'all whenever we record again. You never know the
Yep.
edits.
We really don't know when we record. It just happens.
All right. we're very tired. It's time to go to bed. We should ramble into nothing.
Yeah.
And the light turned off again.
Keep rambling. Okay.
Oh, watching this, let's be
Bye.
like, why does that light keep going off? Anyway, goodbye.
Bye. Thank you for
Bye.
listening.
Thanks for listening.